Hey y'all, it's me, Kayla. I wanted to share with you today something that I'm doing that I'm just so shocked about, and I'm very proud of myself. So I've wanted to crochet, and so I, have some issues with my hands, and crochet hooks are just really hard to hold on to. It's hard to manipulate the yarn and the hook, and I just have not been successful at it. So a couple of weeks ago, I was watching Gina Lay on YouTube. She's a loomer, but also does some crochet. And so she had a easy crochet blanket for beginners. And she suggested using a chunky yarn, like a number 5 or 6, and a number 8mm hook, and this chunky yarn. And I only had one chunky yarn like this. She was using cakes to do her blanket. And so I think I got this whenever we did the, when Rose Likes Crochet did the carousel swap, and I pulled this out of the box. I had never had the Karen Chunky. I don't think this is the right label on this, is it? I don't know. Maybe, because it does have 6. So anyway, I had never had the Karen Chunky. I'd only had the Karen little thin ones that are like 4s that feel more like 3s. And so I had originally planned I'd make a pillow with this, and I hadn't yet. And so when I was watching Gina's video, and she was talking about using, like a 5 or a 6, and she was using a cake to make her blanket, I remembered I had this. And so I thought, well, I'll do that. But I was in the middle of working on all my fair projects and trying to get those things together. So I told Gina that I wanted to do that, but I would be back after the 22nd. So in the meantime, when I was in Michael's to pick something else up, I saw that they had one of these on clearance for like $4 something, like $4.49 or something like that. So I went ahead and picked that up, so I would have 2 of these. And so now the fair is over, and I've kind of recuperated. Not the fair's not over, but turning my stuff in is over. So I've kind of recuperated from that. And I had a doctor's visit that wiped me out for several days, and I've kind of recuperated from that. So last night I decided it was time to give that a try. And I had picked this up at Joann's when I was out of town for my doctor's visit. So I got my yarn, and I was just like, I really wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it. So I got this hook and the yarn, and I just started trying it. And I did a chain, and I ripped it out, and my chain was coming out really curly. And on Gina's video, her chain was not curly. So I didn't know what I was doing wrong, but I just kept ripping it out and doing it again, which was fine because I definitely needed the practice, because I don't know how to crochet. The only crocheting I've done is a border around those peanut butter and jelly friends. So anyway, I just started trying to do it, and guess what? I did it. I'm just so proud of myself. Okay, the whining you hear, that's Phoebe. She is locked in the bathroom. She's fine. She just needs to be in there for just a little bit while I make this video. Anyway, I wanted to show you what I've got done so far. Wow, I'm just like super proud of myself. Like, I crocheted this. Wow, okay. So this is part of the cake. And then I got to thinking, okay, what am I making this blanket for? Who's it gonna, work for? Like, so I thought, well, I can make it for Jody to go back there in his recliner. And so I got to thinking, with 2 of those cakes isn't going to be long enough to go from his feet, like up to his neck or something. So I did have this white yarn that I got at Dollar Tree a good while back. It's Premier Deborah Norville. It's a number 6 white yarn. I had got about 6 or so of these at Dollar Tree a long time ago, and just have had them. I hadn't made any. I think I made a hat with them, a black and white hat, actually. But anyway, I had some of those, and I decided to add some white in here to, you know, help lengthen it. And so then after I added that white, I thought, well, I don't know if I just want to go straight back to the cake or what, but I stopped by Michael's and picked up this blue, it's a number 6 too, Bernat Softy Chunky in red and the blue. So that would give me the red, white, and blue to go with this red and bluish muted colors. But I thought it would kind of look all, you know, like Americana or something. So then I put in that red, and now I'm working on the blue. So I think I've went on it once. I gotta go back on it, 2 more rows on it to match up with the white and the red. And then I might do another white and then go back to the cake for a little while. And then I might just put that stripe, those stripes in there again. I don't know. It may not have any kind of pattern. It may just be different colors. But anyway, I'm very proud of that. I love how it's turned out. And the hardest part was the chain and going back into the chain and starting that, you know, that first row. That was the hardest part. I wasn't sure I was doing it correctly, and it kind of looked bunched up and just, because I really didn't know what it was supposed to look like since I've never crocheted before. But it's ended up, turned out, you know, good. And it's all, at first I thought, oh, this is like totally misshapen. This isn't going to work. I'm going to have to rip all this out. But I kept going because, you know, I thought, okay, I'm probably going to rip this out. But I could totally use the practice. And so I just kept going for, you know, and then all of a sudden it started taking shape and forming correctly. And it's looking pretty good. Now I do see right here where I do have 2 mistakes. On the back side of this, I can see that when I went back through on these 2 spots, I probably did not pick up both loops of that. You know how it works, that crocheted edge, and you go back in to do your double crochet. I guess I did not pick up both of those on those 2 spots. But, you know, I'm still happy as I can be with it. So that's the only 2 places I see that I did that. And you know what? Jody's never going to see that. He's not even going to know. So I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep going. I'm loving how it's turned out. And I'm just totally shocked at myself, to tell you the truth. But I'm excited. And so I did try, I sat here a while ago, and I was just trying to do that with a thinner yarn, and I really just cannot crochet with a thinner yarn. But a thicker yarn, I'm all about that now. So I just appreciate Jenna putting up that video, because I never would have known to try a bigger hook and chunky yarn. And that works for me. And maybe once I get more of a hang of it, I can use a thinner yarn. But now I'm just already thinking about, you know, like, well, what project could I do with double crochet and chunky yarn? So I wanted to share that with y'all, and I might share in a clip of me crocheting just a little bit. Thanks for watching.